It is Friday, so that means Trish Rount with Southwest Florida Crime Stoppers is here to tell us who we need to be on the lookout for this week. Hi, Trish.
Hey, a lot of repeat offenders this week, unfortunately. But we're starting off our list this week with a repeat offender whose neighbors were quick to dime him out after he broke into a home while the owner was out of state. Victor Figueroa is back on the run, this time for violating probation following his arrest for burglary. Home surveillance video from several sources captured images of Figueroa peeking into a home, then helping himself to several $100s worth of power tools left on an enclosed porch. When detectives showed neighbors the video, they were all able to ID Figueroa, who ended up in custody a short time later. When he was shown the video evidence, Figueroa first denied that it was him, but later fessed up, saying that he took the items to trade for drugs. He ended up being found guilty and sent to prison for the next 3.5 years. He was just released about 9 months ago and already has fallen from grace with his most recent probation violation. Over the last 2 decades, this 47-year-old has been booked 17 times for battery, burglary, theft, and dealing in stolen property. He's 5'4", 143 pounds with numerous tattoos, including the Puerto Rican flag on his back, the names Amy and Victor on his left arm, flames on his left hand, and Love is Pain scripted on his neck. Next up is a Fort Myers felon trying to avoid the judge after he was busted for burglary, trespassing, and criminal mischief. Jason Jock was asked to leave a hotel under construction on the beach after he forced his way into a room and stayed there overnight. While there, he caused a significant amount of damage to the room, to include bizarre graffiti symbols marked with a Sharpie on the television and mirrors. When deputies caught up with him a short distance down the beach, Jock insisted that his name was Zeus and that the FBI sent him to the hotel to wait for his next assignment. When asked about the graffiti, he said the markings reflected connections between the U.S. and other countries. Despite his odd rationale, the 44-year-old found himself in lockup for about 4 months until he was released pending his next court hearing, for which he was a no-show. Jock has become a familiar face at the Lee County Jail with a dozen priors for aggravated assault, fraud, burglary, written threats to kill, human trafficking, DUI, and drugs. He is 6'2", 180 pounds, and may be hotel hopping in the Estero or San Carlos Park area. Also on the run this week is a Collier County woman who has spent more than a decade wreaking havoc on the streets of Golden Gate. Crystal Rodriguez now finds herself as a wanted woman, this time for violating terms of her state probation on charges of drug possession, fleeing and eluding, and habitually driving with a suspended or revoked license. Over the years, Rodriguez has racked up a rap sheet filled with 11 arrests for battery, grand theft, the illegal use of credit cards, fraud, dealing in stolen property, the possession of cocaine, fentanyl, and amphetamines, and resisting arrest. Her last drug arrest was the straw that broke the camel's back, with the judge sentencing her to an extended time away in prison. But clearly that experience didn't encourage her to follow the straight and narrow, with Rodriguez violating her probation just 6 months after regaining her freedom. Rodriguez is 5'5", 150 pounds, and could be using the alias of Crystal Stevens. And last on this week's list is a Lee County felon who's been committing felony crimes for well over half of his entire life. A new warrant for the arrest of Joshua Sherman was issued after he failed to show up for a court hearing on charges of fleeing and eluding officers at high speeds and leaving the scene of a crash. Witnesses told deputies they saw Sherman driving dangerously down San Carlos Boulevard, after which he barreled into a business parking lot and crashed into a car. He then took off, with officers following close behind, but when his speedometer hit more than 100 miles an hour in the pouring rain, deputies called off the chase. The next day, Sherman fessed up to deputies on the beach, who arrested him for his previous night's malfunctions. He was released from jail pending his appearance at a court hearing, which he has since bailed on. Sherman is a career offender with 13 priors for burglary, grand theft auto, armed robbery, and hit and run. He's also spent 15 years of his life in prison for his criminal ways. Sherman is 5'7", 180 pounds, and has a tattoo of a cross on his right calf and Jesus with the devil on his chest. And upon his arrest, he will be held without bond in the Lee County Jail. And as always, if you recognize any of the fugitives we featured here today, you're asked to call the Crime Stoppers hotline. That number is 1-800-780-TIPS. All callers will remain anonymous and will be eligible for a cash reward of up to $3,000. Great way to get some repeat offenders off the streets, and hopefully we don't have to talk about them again.
Certainly. Well, thank you so much, Trish. And doesn't hurt to put in a tip if you might know something.
Absolutely. Thanks,
Megan. Thank you so much.